Hi everyone, Teddy Baldassarre with TeddyBaldassarre.com. In this video, we're going to be looking at a watch from Hamilton with the Jazzmaster Automatic, with this version being a beige dial on the bracelet. So in this video, we'll do an overview of this timepiece. Also, if you have any further questions or you're looking to purchase this watch, link in the description down below to purchase the watch on TeddyBaldassarre.com. On this channel, we cover watches that are available for purchase on our website exclusively. So if you have any questions, definitely check out the link. And then also, don't be shy with booking a time with one of our watch specialists if you have any further questions. Guys, let's jump into the video and take a closer look at this watch. Now, when it comes to Hamilton, much of the attention around the brand is paid to the khaki collection. And for good reason. They offer a wide variety of high-quality watches, including military field watches, aviation watches, and underwater timekeepers as well. Where Hamilton might not garner as much recognition, though, from collectors and enthusiasts is with their dressier models, such as the Jazzmaster collection. So today we're going to be taking a look at this beautiful Jazzmaster Auto with this elegant beige dial and this bracelet as well. Now keep in mind that just like other collections within Hamilton's catalog, this Jazzmaster line is available in many different styles and different strap options as well, but let's just dive in a little bit closer and look at this one. First, looking at the wearability on this one in the case, this one comes in a stainless steel case measuring at 40 millimeters in diameter and sits at 11.2 millimeters thick in a reasonable 47 millimeter lug-to-lug distance. Now the size of the case lends itself to be a bit more casual than the classic dress watch, and you definitely get a nice balance of the presence on the wrist. Because of the relative thickness and sloping lugs, sliding the Jazzmaster underneath a cuff shouldn't be an issue for wrists as small as 15 to 16 centimeters. Now the bracelet has good weight to it, but it shouldn't cause any discomfort while wearing it for just long periods of time. Looking at that 5-link stainless steel bracelet, it is quite good. Offers plenty of sizing links, which are secured with push pin system and finished off with a butterfly deployment clasp with some nice comfortability on the wrist. And within that butterfly clasp, you also are going to get some perlage within it. Frankly, the bracelet is one of the highlights to this model. It's probably one of the best looking bracelets that you're going to find at this price point. And in fact, something you would probably expect to see at a much higher one. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Zen fine link bracelet. It doesn't have quite the same level of articulation, and you are getting kind of that proprietary hex screw type of design with the sizing there, but it does kind of remind me of that, or some higher end Pilot S style fine link that you're going to find here. But a really nice balance that Hamilton is packaging within this pretty, I'd say, reasonably priced timepiece. In regards to the wearability a little bit more, I would say this one wears pretty similar to that of the khaki field mechanicals. This one is going to be at 40 millimeters with that case size again, but it's going to work closer to that of a 39 millimeter. So just keep that in mind for people that are out there with, say, some smaller wrists. You should be looking more in the realm of a 39 millimeter case. As we move back to take a look at the case, you'll find an impressively sophisticated combination of brush and high polished finishes and more strong chamfered edge that we could see along the bracelet. One of the standout design elements of the case are the flared lugs, something that I commonly attribute or associate with ultra luxurious watches, so nice to see here. We also have a thin, high-polished bezel that helps add the dressiness to the case, which overall is really handsome and elegant from every angle. To round out the case, we have a push-pull crown system with 3 positions and a hacking second hand for precise time setting of that H10 movement within, which we'll talk about a little bit more. The crown is easy to manipulate and features a bead-blasted top surface and embossed, high-polished H logo. A flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating protects this really nice beige sunburst dial. Now again, there are quite a few different options to choose from, again, from this model family. Now the dial color here, I'd say, it's very much subdued in its approach, and when you move it around, light picks up just some rich silver tones, and it's just a very pleasant color to look at. Printed in black on the dial, you'll find Hamilton name accompanied by an applied Hamilton H logo, and you'll also find the writing of automatic printed above the date window as well at the 6 o'clock. Along the edge of the dial, you'll find a white shafter ring with these elongated applied hour markers containing superluminova that complement the style of the Dauphine-shaped hour and minute hands. Now the hour and minute hands also feature superluminova, which glows bright in green in low light settings. Finishing off the center hand stack is a thin sweeping second hand with a counterweight that pairs nicely with the shape of the hour markers in the hands. Minute track along the chapter ring are painted in black to match the dial lettering. You'll also find a contrasting white date window with black lettering sitting at that 6 o'clock position. All of these dial elements tie nicely together, keeping the general aesthetics of the watch closely aligned to the dressy, yet somewhat casual look this Jazzmaster offers. Now turning the watch over, we have a sapphire crystal exhibition caseback secured by 4 large screws, providing the watch with its 50 meters of water resistance, but visible beneath that crystal, you'll find the Hamilton H10 automatic movement. Now there are a few different variations of finishing to this movement that can be found throughout the Hamilton lineup. This particular example features just basic finishing techniques, giving the plates and bridges a blasted matte finish and also lacks some higher end details like blued steel screws, for example. The rotor, however, does feature vertical brushing with its finish, and the Hamilton logo once again inscribed in black lettering here, as well as a cut out of the Hamilton H logo to help reduce the weight as well as being a visual enhancement. But you don't really buy this movement for the finishing after all. Really what you're getting from these just ETA base calibers that Hamilton is now just reworking is getting that 80-hour power reserve. So this is a member of the Swatch Group family, and by being a member of that group, you get some added benefit with the access of movements that you're going to have at your disposal. Now these ETA C07s are taking the traditional beat rate of 28,800 vibrations per hour and then dropping that to a 3 Hz beat rate of 21,600 vibrations per hour as a way to maximize the energy stored in that mainspring. This is going to allow this watch to have that 80-hour power reserve. In addition, you're also going to have some laser regulation with that balance wheel and what is going to be happening there from a timing and accuracy standpoint. This is also going to help with potential reduction to risk of shock. So a lot of added benefit here, and also getting a ton of utility here from really just a carefree wearing experience. This one's going to be operating again at 21,600 vibrations per hour or 3 Hertz. Also is going to feature hacking and hand winding, hacking stopping the second hand when you pull out the crown to the farthest position, and again, power reserve of 80 hours. All right, so now that we've looked at this timepiece, let's look at some final points of consideration for those that might be looking in the direction of this watch. Now, from a high-level overview, when looking at a dress watch in 2021, I think you want some multi-purpose type of versatility when it comes to one. The great thing about the Jazzmaster compared to some other dress watches is that it kind of walks the fence. Typically in life, you don't want to be walking fences. I think you want to make it a leap to one side, or really kind of be something for just one person rather than trying to be something, I would say, a mediocre level for everybody. But when it comes to the Jazzmaster, I think from an actual embodiment of what a contemporary dress watch should be, I think there's a lot of elements of this that will work in its favor. But that also comes with some downsides and hindrances to allowing this one to maybe meet everybody's needs. If you want a very dressy looking dress watch, then this probably isn't going to be the leading cause there, at least for this bracelet version, especially here. Also factoring in the size here at 40 millimeters, for some that are more, I would say, traditional in their approach, this might also be a negative. But quite frankly, the Hamilton Jazzmaster collection from under $1,000 is one of those dress watches to definitely have on a short list. It's a bit more, again, being casual in its appearance, especially with this bracelet version, but you're getting all the added benefits that come with a Hamilton watch. Nice materials, very reliable and lengthy power reserve movement on the inside. And simply put, for watches under $1,000 or around it, Hamilton is one of those brands that really does set the standard. All right, guys, well, thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Really would appreciate that. It does help out the channel. Also, if you're in the market for this watch, link in the description down below to the website. We're a full authorized dealer of all the brands we carry, quick and fast fulfillment, dedicated customer support, full factory warranty for all the products as well. So if anything goes wrong, you're completely covered and don't have to pay the bill for it. Also, we offer price match. So if you see one of our watches at another authorized dealer for cheaper, you just let us know by filling out the price match request form. And finally, 9 out of every $10 that we generate from this content goes right back into the content we're creating on our main channel as well as here. So guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I will see you all very soon.